Our hydro just went out. She's still in the same spot. Starting to look good. I don't really think I left off yesterday what we decided to do with these lambs.
Good girl. Good girl.
Down. Not you. Ugh.
Get away.
Will we induce you tonight, okay? I talk to her like she can hear me or understand me. Good Wednesday morning. A little different environment around me this morning. I thought I would start in the office. Yesterday when I evaluated those dry ewes to get ready for breeding again, I realized that I had missed an entire step. That's where my brain was yesterday. I was really just focused on what was going on with the market, and that can happen in farming. You can be overwhelmed with one aspect of it and completely forget what you always do. So I always go through my weaning weights as well when I make, shipping or culling decisions, and I missed that whole step. So here I thought I only had 3 ewes with some udder evaluation issues, but then I went through my list and I have a few more. So what I do is when they're lambing, I write a ton of as much notes as I possibly can. So if one mismothered, if one fostered, if some lost their babies, what were their weaning weights? Were their weaning rates really low? And if so, I just put on here, check the ewe. Was it a first time ewe? Was it first time mom? So I have to run all those ewes through again. And it should be a little easier because now all I'm doing is looking for this. I'm not evaluating udders at the same time, so it's okay. And they've already gone through, so I'm hoping they won't be as hard to get through. They were pretty good yesterday, so it should be okay. Our hydro just went out. And again, weird. And we're just hoping today's going to be a little better day on the farm. Yesterday was just a tough one, and we have them, and it really does make me sit back and appreciate when days are like boring or good. Anyways, I hope you guys are all doing all right. Let's go out to the barn because I can only spend so much time in front of a computer screen. Oh, yeah, the hydro's out. Let there be light. Let's go see how my girl is doing. It looks like she's still in the same spot. Okay, she'll need treated. Okay, lady. Looks like you stayed there all night, eh? Alright. I might induce her today because it's going to take a couple days for that to even kick in. So I'm going to induce her, plus I'm going to treat her. These girls are getting close. Which they should. Hi, goat. What are you saying? Nothing. Lots of udders. Hi. Are you okay? Now I'm like super scared that anyone that's laying down and doesn't get up. Okay. A little bit slow. She's alright, I think. Okay. Well, let's go treat that ewe. So for all those that didn't watch yesterday's video, this is just glycol. So it's like sugar to get her blood sugars up. That's part of the reason she can't. It's all it's all her metabolic stuff going on. That's why she can't get up. So I'm drenching her, which means I'm basically like tubing her, only I use a syringe. It's a bit harder. Go. No, with the camera. Go. Okay, and then yesterday I gave her Metacam, and you're only supposed to do that once every other day. Go, where you go? Eat it. Where you go? So I don't have to do Metacam, but I do have to do calcium. Oh, you didn't get up? Calcium sub-Q, and because it's a big dose, I do it in multiple spots. So I just lift the skin like a tent. Okay, so she's good for now. And I'm gonna induce her, but I have to wait, I think, till this evening, because I want her to lambs. It takes a bit for the dexamethasone to kick in, and I want to make sure she lambs through the day. So I believe I should give her the dex this evening after supper, if I remember correctly from the last time. So I'm going to wait to do that. All right, that's all we can do. It's kind of up to Mom. I'm going to try and feed her some water. At least she's close to the feeder. She's trying. That's a good sign. She didn't even try yesterday. Did you try, honey? That's it. Good. That's good. Can you get the other? Can you get up? Good girl. Good girl. That's good. Let's put your foot. So, oh, sorry. Sorry. I did that. Okay, try again. Yep. Try again. Okay. Go. Can you do it? Can you get up on your front feet? That's a girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yay! Down. Not you. Ugh. She just really does not have strength in that back end. Okay, well, you can reach your feed. That's good. Kind of. Take two. They're in here again. They went in no problem today. I just turned on my Gallagher and I have my sheet. So I'm just going through, scanning the number and checking off if they're on this list. I might have already moved some of these over to get bred with that last group, so I might not even find these ones. So yeah, so I'll do that. I'll put an X on their back like I did yesterday with any of the ones that had udder evaluations. I'm gonna put them all back in the same pen, but at least they're marked. So next week when I'm lambing and it's busy and I have to put them through to ship them, it should be pretty easy. I can just do it by mark. So, all right, this is probably fired up, so I better go. Just finished. It didn't take very long. What time did I start? I'm gonna let her out. She's starting to understand, like, I'm trying to use hand signals, so when she sees this now, she is sitting. Baby steps. Okay, I'm just gonna shut that pen back up, let these ewes back in their pen, and clean this all up, and then feed. Well, I can't feed. I can't do anything because we have no hydro still. So I am going to take out that crate that I want to use. I want to get it to Mark so we can work on manufacturing, changing it all up for Rex so we can use it as a scanning chute. So ignore my mess. Heavier than I remember. Power just came on right after lunch, so I have just nicely finished feeding everybody. The ewes, I don't even know how many I ended up getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, the one with no wool down there. So that's 8. So 8 out of 126, not bad. That number is getting better and better, I find, every time I dry them off. What I did about a week before I was to wean the lambs off them, I tried 10 days, 10 to 12 days, but I think I was late this time. I think it was about a week before I switched the ewe ration, so they were at that high energy lactating ration. I switched it down to a dry ration. So they got that for a week before the lambs got off them, and that made the lambs really go hard on that creep that last week. Creep and water, and just kind of wean them off mom, because she slowly starts declining her milk production when you cut the energy out of the ration. And then after I weaned the lambs, they stayed on that dry hay for about a week longer, only because I'm buying all that hay. So I went back to a little bit of haylage and dry hay and mineral, and that was it for about a month. And then I put them back on like my normal maintenance ration, which is haylage, a little bit of haylage, a little bit of corn silage, dry hay predominantly, and some mineral. That is what these guys were on, and the udders look really good. Only 3 udder issues, the rest were something I saw at lambing time.
Don't look at my glasses. I have crooked ears.
No, they're my glasses and they're just crooked.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Like, they're really crooked.
Oh, nice. Well done. You found some channel for the track.
No, I think that's a long one. Or, yeah, short one, sorry.
Yeah, the pie didn't cut it for lunch.
I could roll some McDonald's.
Social distance.
Get away.
Almost scared to open this. Oh. Yay! All dry. Clean this up. Oh, the floor is completely dry. I don't really think I left off yesterday what we decided to do with these lambs. As for the markets, they're kind of all over the map. The next sale was it yesterday? Yeah, the next sale was yesterday, and it's a pretty big Ontario sale, and it was a little better than the one that was Monday night. So I'm just gonna keep doing what we always do and not react. And I think to get me out of a pinch of lambing, I'm gonna ship what was ready, take off that top, you know, the cream of the crop for now, and that gives me some breathing room as we go into lambing next week. You know, it is what it is, and I'm just so thankful that A, the auctions are open, B, our packing plants haven't shut down yet, and C, people are staying healthy and safe and smart about stuff. And the other thing is just, I'm so glad that I lamb all year long and not have to rely on just this market. Because it has crossed my mind before, you know, is there a way to make it so, you know, most of my lambs would be sold at this time? And this has been a big awakening that you always have to spread your risk and hedge your bets and not get greedy. Starting to look good.
Want me to demonstrate for you?
Sure. Vivanna.
Skirt, skirt. Okay, you know what?
Is it pretty tight? I think
I don't want to be aggressive.
Very nice. Still stiff?
There's a spring in there.
It's being able to snap it back before the other one gets in.
Okay, I see where the problem is.
Okay.
Back.
Yeah. I just am afraid we're gonna be too slow. Well, me.
So I can put a nut back here, and that would pull the spring back farther and put more tension on it.
That's a little better, eh? What's that?
The prodigy.
The prodigy. Yeah, you are a prodigy. There you go. Hey, Mama. You thirsty? You're thirsty, yeah. How'd that taste? Brain freeze? So I did put her feed down here so she could eat it because she was trying to get in over the bunk, but it's kind of hard on the neck when you do that. How are you doing? Have you tried any more? Hi. Not talking to you. Will we induce you tonight? Okay? I talk to her like she can hear me or understand me. I don't think she can. May I help you? Is that all you want? If I leave it there, a ewe is going to dump it. I'll give her some later. There, I give her a little more feed. Sometimes they eat a little more if you give them a little water too. The lambs are loaded. I'm just on my way. I'm waiting for Lauren. She's gonna come along for the ride. And this is the first day I have been anywhere since entering quarantine. I guess 15 days ago, because it was 14 days yesterday. So yeah, I haven't been outside my laneway for a long time. So I haven't seen what towns look like. I mean, we're not going through any really busy towns, but it'll be interesting to see. Just got back from shipping lambs. Yeah, it was pretty seamless. I got there, I texted Melissa who works there. She met me out there. We all kind of kept our distance, got the lambs off. After that, Lauren and I got back in the vehicle. We put hand sanitizer on right away, and that was it. So it's weird, but it didn't feel any different than normal. Like I feel like we keep that distance anyway. It wasn't too bad. I was just very aware of all the things I touch when I'm walking places. Like I'll touch doors and I touch gates and I touch the pen and so that kind of stuff was like, so I just all you can do is clean your hands when you're done. I want to induce that ewe now, and it's about 6:30, so I'm maybe an hour early, but I just thought while I was out here and still in my gear, I would, and I'm up early in the morning anyway. If she ends up going, not tomorrow morning, but the morning after, it's not a huge deal. So dexamethasone is what I use. I just want to be able to give it to her knowing that I'm going to be around to watch her lamb and assist if I'm needed, especially if she's laying down and she can't get up and do her thing. It's just harder for a ewe to lamb. Like usually they do it a lot better if they can get up and move around. I haven't given her second dose of glycol yet, so I'm gonna do that too. Hey, you ready? Hey, go, no, get. Did I get it in? October 2020. Good. Okay. Will you give me babies now? You want to try and get up again? Go. Stop. Try again. Put your feet under you. Ready? Water. How about some food? Yeah. There you go. So, this is all we can do. Feed her, water her, treat her, and wait for babies, and then pray it's not too late, and hopefully she can get up after she lambs.